And as I said, I want to screen share you. Share it. Uh, you can read it with me if you want to. This is a long creepypasta, so I'll try to do my best at reading it. But you know, tell me why I'm doing the typical one on the comments below, and I'll tell you. But in the meantime, I'm just going to relax and tell you the story of Jeff the Killer. I'll also change the name of this very shortly. Ominous unknown killer still at large. After a few weeks of unexplained murders, an ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story. I had Ronald. Wait for this. Wait for a moment. Give me a second. Is she in? Is she in? Okay, sorry about that. Let's continue. I woke up. I had a bad dream. I woke up in the middle of the night, said the boy. I saw that for some reason the window was open. Even though I thought I remember it was being closed before I went to bed. I got up, I shut it once more afterwards, and I simply crawled under the covers and I tried to get back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling, like someone was watching me. I looked up. I nearly jumped off my bed. They are, those were regular eyes. They were, those weren't regular eyes. They were dark, ominous eyes. They were bordered in black and just plain out terrified me. That's when I saw his mouth, a long, horrendous smile that it made every hair on my body stand up. I figured that the figure stood there, watched me. Finally, after it seemed like forever, he said a simple phrase, but he didn't say it in only. He only said it in a way that a man could speak. A madman can speak. He said, "Go to sleep." I screamed. I let out a scream. Then I sent him. That's what set him at me. He pulled up a knife, aimed it at my heart. I jumped off, and that's when my dad busted in. The man threw a knife and into my dad's shoulder. Do-do-do-do. That's the man probably would have finished him off if it wasn't the neighbors alerting the police. They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hallway. My heart and slash like glass breaking. As I came out of my room, I saw the window was pointing the back of the house. Towards the back of the house was broken. I thought I looked out to see the vanish. He vanished into this distance. I can tell you everything. I will never forget that face, those cold, evil eyes, that psychopathic smile. They will never leave my head. The police still is looking for the man. If you see anyone with that fits the description, please contact your local police department. Jeff and his family has just moved into a new neighborhood. He had gotten in, his dad has gotten a promotion at work, and then they thought it would be best to live into a new fancy neighborhood. Jeff and his brother Lou couldn't complain, though I a new, better home wouldn't what was not to love. As they getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by. Hello, says the woman. I'm Brava. I live across the street from you. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself. Introduce myself. My introduce my son. She turned around and called her son over. Billy, these are not our new neighbors. Billy said hi and ran back and started to play. Well, said Jeff's mom, I'm Margaret. I'm and this is my husband Peter. And these are our two sons, Jeff and Lou. They each introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them to their son's birthday party. Jeff and his brother was about to object that their mother said that they could would love it, right when their mother said they could love it. When Jeff and his family are done packing, Jeff went up up to his mom and said, "Mom, why would you invite us to some kid's party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid." "Jeff," said his mother, "we have just moved here. We should show that what what to spend our time with our neighbors. Now we're going to go to the party, and that's fine." Jeff started to talk, but stopped himself, knowing that he could not do anything. However, his mom said something. It's final. He walked up to his room and plucked down his bed. He sat there looking at it at the ceiling, and when suddenly he got a weird feeling. Hold up, my mom is gonna tell you the rest of the creepypasta. Mama, could you read from here on?
He got a weird feeling, not so much a plane, but a weird feeling. He dismissed it as just some random feeling. He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff. He walked down to get it. The next day, Jeff walked down the stairs to get breakfast and got ready for school. As he sat there eating his breakfast, he once again got that feeling.
This time it was stronger. If it gave him a silent tug of pain, but he once noted again the minute dismissed it. As he and Lou finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus. Then, all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard jumped over them, one only inches above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise. Hey, what the hell? The kids landed in the kids landed and turned back to them. He kicked the skateboard up and caught it with his hands. The kids seemed about 12 or 1 year younger than Jeff. He wears a Aerospine t-shirt and rippled blue jeans. Well, well, well. It looks like we got some new meat. Suddenly, these two kids appeared. One with a super skinny and another one was huge. Well, since you're new here, I'll like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith. Jeff and Lou looked over to the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that you would expect from a sidekick to have, and his tray looked like he was overfed, and Troy looked like he was overfed. Talking about a tub of lard, the kid looked like he hadn't exercised since he had crawled. I and I, said the first kid. I'm Randy. Now, for all kids in the neighborhood, there is a small price for the bus fare. If you can't catch my drift, if you catch my drift, Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of the kid's eyes. Then once his friends pulled the knife on him, tisk tisk tisk. I hope he would be more cooperative, but it seems we must do it the harder way. The kids walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got that feeling again. Now it was truly strong. He and burning sensation. He stood up, but Lou gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kids. Listen, you little punk. You want to give back my bro's wallet or else? Randy pulled the wallet from his pocket and pulled out his own knife. Oh, and what will you do? Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff plopped the kids on his nose as Randy reached for his face. Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy screamed, and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He thrown Randy to the ground. Keith lashed at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped the knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed to him, but Jeff did not even need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down. As he fell, he picked his plunked all over. Luke couldn't, Luke couldn't do nothing but look at the amazement at Jeff. Jeff, how did you? That was all he said. Then the bus came, and he knew that he'll be blamed for the whole thing. They'll be blamed for the whole thing. So they started to run fast as fast they could back, and bus drivers saw them rush over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou went to school, they didn't dare no tell anyone what happened. They all they did was sit and listen. Lou just thought of that as his brother beating up a few kids, but Jeff knew it was more. It was something scary. As he got it feeling, he felt how powerful it is, urge to just hurt someone. He just didn't like how it sounded, but he couldn't help feeling happy. He felt strange, the feeling go away. The feeling got away and stayed away from the entire day of school. Even as he walked home due to the whole thing near to the bus stop, how probably he probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore. He felt happy. When he got home to his parents, asked him how was his day, and he, in somewhat ominous voice, it was a wonderful day. Next morning, he heard a knock from the front door. He walked he walked down to the to find two police officers at the door. His mother looked at him back with angry look. Jeff, these officers tell me that you attacked three kids, and that it wasn't a regular fight, and that you stabbed, son. Jeff gaze fell to the floor, showing the mother that it was true. Mom, they were the ones that were pulling the knives at me and Lou. Son, said one of the cops. We found three kids, two stabbed, one that was bruised in the stomach, and we have witness to prove that it blew that sense. Now, what does that tell us? Jeff and Jeff knew it. It was no use. He could say that Lou attacked him, but he had proof it was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that he wasn't feeling. They weren't feeling. Because, truth to be told, they weren't. So Jeff couldn't defeat
defend himself or Lou. Son, calm down, your brother. Jeff couldn't do it since it was him who beat up all the kids. Sir, it was me. I was the one who beat up the kids, who tried to hold me back and he couldn't stop me. This cat looked at his partner and they both cried. Little kid, who took a year to do it. Wait, says Lou. They all looked up to see him holding a knife. The other four government laughed at all Lou. It was me. I beat up those little punks. Have the marks to prove it. He lifted up his sleeves to reveal cuts and bruises if he was in his trouble.
Son, just put the knife down, said the officer. Lou held the knife and dropped it into the ground. He pulled the hands up and walked over to the cops. No, Lou, it was me. I did it. Jeff had tears running down his face. Poor bro. Just trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away. The police officers took Lou out of the patrol car. Well, you can see the full creepypasta on my second channel as one of my videos. As I say, see you later and adios.